Eventually, I will do something about the music. I'll loop it. I'll do something that will make sense. Pre-roll. Pre-roll. That's what Twitch is doing. Twitch is always doing the pre-roll. I still for the life of me can't figure what's the better thing to do, and that's sort of essentially where I settle. I feel like you've caught me on a loop here. Good, we have a minute to talk about it. Yeah, the pre-roll is the only way that you can. I guess it's weird to think about it. The pre-roll is the only way to avoid like a surprise ad. But as a viewer myself, it's such a turnoff when you go to a channel and you don't see the streamer. Like instead you see, you know, what I'm assuming is a 30-second ad. There's no real wiggle room on that end, unfortunately. A little late, but better late than sorry is what they say. I was gonna do my hair, and then I didn't, and then I think my coffee is ready. So you know we're making baby steps here. Essentially, is what we're doing. I always feel that this is a good thing. Every time you roll on in, if the world's in a queue, that means the things are going well. You still consider it dumb to have an ad break before any content even happens. It's like seeing a TV show's title card before ads, which I also thought was really dumb. Now you're making me, you know what? Let's be a big boy today. I don't know if I can change it while it's happening. Let me see. Let me see. Let's disable pre-roll ads when I run ads. Sure. That sounds... I don't see like no like save button or something. So I think so. Yeah. 30 seconds is the minimum break length per hour that as I have to get. I love. Okay. Thank you. I don't know who you are. I don't even know if I have that. Do I have that? See. Thank you. I don't know who that person was. They just came up to me, gave me a Rhodes Sparrow minion while I'm working on something here, okay? That was great. Yeah, so you can't really massage that. So I'll have to see if that's saved or if I'll have to come back to that. I'll come back to it later if we have to. We're trying to do something here soon, but yeah, like it's funny. Like I just thought, but there was a method to the madness. There was certainly a method to the madness. Why? I remember I read some of like, I think I read on Reddit like what were people's takes. Like, would you rather? I think the take was like that people would rather get onto a channel, see a 30-second pre-roll, and I think you see me above chat relatively, and then you knew you were good. But I am still in the camp like yourself of where like if I'm channel surfing, if you will, it's just like real TV. The last thing you want is to, you want to watch something and you click on into a commercial. And also, can I just say, don't look here. I need help. I need help. And quite honestly, that's been somewhat fixed a little bit. But don't look away from the inventory. It's hideous. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with Final Fantasy XIV. My poor pockets. I mean, I have 5 million gil. With what is essentially, I think, 200. So that's another thing. I've also changed this. I don't know if I like it. Oh, I think I put them. I think I put them all in my Chocobo saddlebag. Yeah, all these things. I haven't cashed any of those in yet. That's like my retirement fund. I don't know why. Like I'm one of those rich people who's like putting away the little things that the quest givers give me every 5 seconds, like as if I'm gonna need it later on, and I don't spend money. I had this problem in World of Warcraft. I was a millionaire in World of Warcraft. I never spent a dime. I wish that would relate to real life things. It never does. My wife always bugs me. Can you log on to your character and give me your money? Give me your gold? No! As if it's sitting in a bank in Stormwind collecting interest. And my inventory was ever so worse. Because I did the same thing. I would just throw every single material that I got right into the bank. Never touched it. I did sell it because the selling feature on World of Warcraft is a little bit easier, a little more user friendly, if you will. You're actually fighting that I have close to 25 million. I can't fall into the hoarder trap. No, except the hoarder trap. You guys are off today, right? As much as I said. I wish. I understand that Twitch needs to make money, and even though I'm a lowly affiliate, it still costs them money to show my stream. Like I understand that, but from considering that they went for so long, we really didn't fight, the whole whether we're gonna do ads or not. I feel like it was sort of like Netflix and all of the streaming services. The problem was that everyone got so used to a relatively cheap startup and no ads, and now everything, you buy the cheapest thing and you still have ads. I think that was the problem. Had Twitch sort of had this mentality that they currently have now when they started, sure, everyone would have, been in agony and angry about it and pissed off, but you know what, you would have accepted it and that would have been the end of it. Because now it's hard to accept getting away from. But I digress. We've got a question mark next scenario main quest. That's going to take us to Dravanya if we go. You gotta take your car into service. I gotta take my car into service. I should probably call them. I think the last time I looked, though, that I'm off next week, but they didn't have any availability next week. Which I was like, really? You can't fucking fill me in for an oil change? Really? I'll have to call them later to have them actually tell me the bad news. So we can't go over here, the Annex Shrine, but we can certainly go on over to the Tail Feather. So let's make our way on over there. Teleport there. Maybe use an Aetheryte ticket. It's a little expensive. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to go grab a coffee. Relatively okay progress. So I have been playing this a little bit. I didn't play it much over the last few days, just with work and whatnot. But I have been popping in doing some dungeons. I think I got Dark Knight to... Where are you? Oh, I thought I got him to 40, almost. But Bard is 60. That's what's gonna happen when you're doing, the relic weapon. That's what happens when you sit in the South Shroud for 2 hours, doing fates that don't exist. Well, I mean, they existed, but they weren't for my, they weren't the ones that I needed. So, yeah. We're doing that. So level 60. Gonna need some new gear. Am I really? Am I really? Oh, so, okay, so this isn't really yet still improved. But yeah, so I got the Atma bow, and I am currently working on, let me see, the key items. I got the first book. That's pretty much it. So, I've done the levies. So, then I got to do some fates. I've been reading about this. This is terrible. I think this is I don't understand why they don't fix these types of things, like, for now, because, considering this is the first weapon that you can get. I sat there. Now, mind you, I was eating some chips. I was watching some TV. I wasn't really paying attention to the game. That's sort of like the advantage of it, I guess. This fate for 2.5 hours never popped. I went to the exact spot it was. I did a couple of dungeons while I was waiting for it. Never popped. And so I go online and I'm like, oh my god, I went to the actual forums. Remember, their forums still a thing? I went there and there were still people who were like, oh yeah, like the literal developers said, like, oh yeah, like it could be a while. Like, why don't you go do the other fates in the area so that one might pop? Might. Not even a guarantee. So I was like, oh shit. So that'll be like my late night pop on. I hope like all of them are not like that, but pretty much I guess this is what I remember way back. There's 9 books. They each cost 100 tomes. And I assume they're all exactly the same. They all have 4 things that you got to do and murder these people all around. They're easy to do, but time consuming. Oh my god. Like, I mean, there's nothing really difficult about it. But abso-fucking-lutely, I hope you have no life when you're doing this. Yeah, and I guess at that time, when people were doing this, like, I can remember, obviously, when I played, there were no expansions. So, obviously, like, you're just sitting at level, 50, looking for things to do. So that was your thing to do. But eventually, even, like, I ran out of stuff to do, and this was boring to me. I don't think I ever completed this. I think this is where I sort of stopped. But also, at the same time, this might have been the high-end level at the time. I now think there's 6 or 7 levels of the relic weapons, I guess you could say, for each expansion. So it goes all the way up to Zeta, or Zeta, if you will, I think. And then for the next one, I was like, oh, well, now I'm level 60. Maybe I can look at doing the Heavensward one. I have to complete Heavensward before I can do the relic weapons for Heavensward. So that's where I'm at. Oh, I was gonna show you. I was like, look, I've somewhat improved this. Somewhat improved. But I will dare not show you my. I will dare not show you my my retainer. He is still a mess. So, but now that I got you here, before you go off, you just getting a good old oil change for the car. That's what you got to do eventually. You gotta be a sitting waiter, eh? Do you take it just like to a lube joint, or are you taking it to the dealer? I know everyone poo-poos on taking their car to the dealer. as someone who does do that, and I absolutely still do. I enjoy taking it and have so they just like redid their dealership like a year and a half ago, so it's all purdy. So you can sit down, you can watch TV, you can enjoy as many free coffees as you'd like. And it's still, the price is still the same if I went to a lube joint. That's the weird thing. That's what everyone's, oh, what the fuck, you're taking it to the dealer, fucking costly. No, I'm not taking it to Joe Blow mechanic, which could probably do it dirt cheap, would be my guess. But I'm with you, like, I'm still under, I'm not getting services for free. My car's from 2017, but I'm still under, like, the warranty that I got with the car and everything, so I'm very weird about, like, what's the difference if I take it to them? That's gonna, everything, if anything ever goes wrong, everything is in their computer when I went and made sure like I went at the right times, type of thing. But yeah. All right, we are going to go over there. I've been wasting probably numerous moments just yapping to these people, and this is beautiful. Am I going the right? Is this where I got confused? I think it was. I think I have to go up and around. I think I want to go this way and realize, like, Jordan, you idiot, that's not gonna work for you. Follow the river. And don't be like Justin Timberlake. Do not, I'm sure many rivers were cried over the past couple days. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to fit under that. I was going to be like, my God. How's Miss Biscuits today? Saw you keep on in there. Keeple? Kupo. Oh my God. It's funny that I just ran into that thinking. I was going through all my mods for Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Just, checking to make sure that they're the ways I like. I demodded Final Fantasy 8 type of thing, made it more simple, and just seeing if the aim was still gonna work. But Final Fantasy 9, I just like hopped in to play it for a minute because they have the voice mod on it for like the first hour or so, and hearing the Moogles talk. So you know the sound, I'm sure you can remember. Do you remember in Final Fantasy 9, and I'm sure there's other Final Fantasy games that do this as well, do you remember the sound the Moogles made in Final Fantasy 9? Like when you would go to talk to them? Like that weird like, or whatever, I can't do it, it's a poor take. So, Final Fantasy 9, the Moogles talk, right? So I was playing at the very beginning, where Vivi is running around with Puck to go and see the great show at the castle. And he runs into a couple of Moogles. I believe it was Stiltskin. I can't remember the other one. And so the Moogles are talking through their voice actors. But, every Moogle, when they talk, they'll say their sentence and then they say, Kupo. I don't know, for whatever reason, or maybe it's like the way that the like, I've seen the Suna mods guy do the mods, like, he runs a stream and he shows you working on the mod, essentially, like putting it in the game. And so I wondered, I was like, was there no way for him to remove the Kupo sound? So the voice actor, you can hear them. Like, they say the sentence for what's going on. They'll say, oh, here comes Stiltskin, blah, 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 Kupo. But when they talk, they'll say, oh, here's Stiltskin. It does that sound. But you can slightly hear the voice actor saying Kupo. And I'm sitting here like, why wouldn't you have, like... They're saying Kupo. Never in my life did I think that the word Kupo coincided with that weird. All right, I have to find the sound because I need it for my own satisfaction. I don't know if YouTube is here, but I need to hear it again. Moogle noise. That should get me. That should get me somewhere. Final Fantasy IX instant sound effect button. This has got to be it. That noise. That's it. What did I do? You know, that noise. So every time the hey, here comes Stiltskin Coop. That would happen, and I was like, pick one. Pick one. Please, pick one. Well, as long as she's taking care of the doggo and she's doing all right, that's fine. That's fine. Guy Delo, eh? Oh, God, is this guy dead? What happened to Parchment Bearer? Are you okay? Should I poke him with a stick or something, or? This man is Silvio's assistant. Managed to win free, but Silvio is still being held within. Let's go extricate him. Level 58. Yeah, you guys gonna attack him or what? Do they want me to do magic stuff here, or what? Is there a guy who's healing here? Probably this patron guy. I'm just supposed to, like, you know, I'll aid you. Maybe you can help us from here. There you go. On out here. Do some magic that you're known for. Don't walk out, for God's sake. Oh God, they're coming right for us. Now, why is this steel drone attacking me? What did I ever do? I didn't do anything. It's ridiculous. Should I be slightly worried about him running off? What are you doing? Oh my God! Don't hurt him. No, you idiot! Oh my God, why would you stand right there and just realize, like, oh my God. No. Oh God. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Stop. Why is it every time you were stopping? Oh my God, this is, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Should be fine from there. All right, back to our idiot friends here. I hope they don't die. Like that move, and I think I'm missing a move that I need to do with the for the Bard quest. I think just probably look into that because it's a good move to have. I think it's the it puts on the Venom Bite and Wind Bite, like it reapplies it type of thing. I think is what it does. So I should probably look at reapplying that myself here. But, you know, then we're going to run into the problem. I mean, it's not a problem. I say a lot of things like that. But, you know, you start doing the low-level dungeons, and so, like, I don't even know, like, what number I would put that on. I don't even know. I don't even know. Are you all right, Master Silvio? He looks fine. He's standing, not a hair out of place. A little shaken, perhaps, but otherwise whole of body. A statement I am able to make thanks to your timely arrival. May I ask the names of my saviors? Well, I'm Samson, the Order of Twin Adder, and my companions are Bards, Bastion, and Guy Delo. We three are on a journey to find a legendary song, the Ballad of Oblivion, and it's called, we're given to understand you may have knowledge of it. Wait, did I end up doing... Did I end up doing a Bard quest while doing a... Did I miss the main quest somehow? I did. Oh, that's because they were in the same spot. I'm an idiot, but hey, it worked out. Okay, I'm actually here now. I had to take care of the pup's morning routine. It should be good for whenever I get logged in. Yeah, we're vibing. We're just doing our thing. Just doing our thing. Let me stumble on up here. Probably I don't know how we'll grab that. I don't know how I got sidetracked like that. Probably because we were talking about dealerships and whatnot and all that jazz. I'm starting to get a little tickle in my throat, and I'm sitting here like, how on earth do you get a tickle in your throat at the when it's 40 degrees outside? But it's probably because when I'm sleeping, it's because I'm in a meat locker. So I'm probably getting, like, you know, without realizing it, that it's a little too cold, a little too chilly. I'll accept it. Nothing a brown liquor won't fix, right? I think that's how that works. Ah! Oh, for fuck! There we go. Look, Alphino is here. 52. So we are over leveled by 8 levels. That's okay. Oh, I can't remember. I don't know if I got rid of these things. There was something. I gotta check. What would I have gotten? So probably the body. The body. I wouldn't have. Maybe I did get rid of it. There's no way of looking to see what's in your, is there a way of seeing what's in your armoire from here? Like, just to see what's in it? Probably not, right? Adventure no. Oh, that's the other thing that I need biscuits to show me how life works. All right. Regardless, I don't think any of these things are actually for my level. But I was specifically like taking some of this stuff so that I was like, oh, if when I'm the next guy, maybe I could use it. I don't know. I'll just take the money. I mean, at that point, it really doesn't matter. Spy you the great towers to the west. Guardians know them as the Annex Shrine. The place serves as a roost for Hvalger's lesser kindred. Where to reach the peak at Somau, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way, but do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Thank you for being a friend. DJ is coming on through with the 24 months. Her heart is true. She's a friend and a subscriber. And if you threw a body. All right. Thank you, DJ. Right on into a song. Thank you. Welcome on in. Rather, though, more of concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let's survey the approach on the towers and see if the path is clear. Might be clear. Might not be clear. All right. Oh, geez. Just. Oh, of course. Why does everything hate me? Dravanian Avis. Why? Why's you gots to be's means to me? Alright, there we go. Come on, Reese. Let's get on out of here. Ah! Rocks! Oh my god, stuck on Wayne. The Rock Johnson. Is there any ether currents around here? I have to sort of like do that. Southwest, eh? Guess we'll find it or see it. this site, yeah, 2 years. Which means I think you got the Gavin emote. No, it's the 1 year. God damn it. Get there. How do they keep changing? First it's the southwest, then it's the southeast, then it's the southwest, then it's the southeast. I think, you know, judged by the name of that, that's probably where people take their poos. Obviously, a lot of animals are taking their poos in here. Where else, if you were an animal, would you take a poo? Are you kidding me? Kidding me? Let me get that one. I want to get this ether current, or this aether current. 483 yalms. Let's be realistic here. It's called yards. To the east. Sure, we are going east. I might be directionally challenged. Got a change on me. Southeast. Oh, come on. I was just here. Was I not? No, I was not just here. Oh, speaking maybe. How did I not see this thing? Oh, this is going to be an annoyance. Oh, God. I guess this is sort of one of those things, like, I better be careful of, like, what I'm sort of doing and stumbling around. I'm not a bajillion, you know, levels ahead of everybody. I can't probably handle a big giant bunch of madness coming my way, but there we go. Worth it. We made it there. So you've got to get all of these things to be able to fly, essentially. And some are handed out during quests. Hard work. Just follow that, see where the next one might take us, if it's anywhere. Northwest, okay, so we might run into that one. Boy, baseball's gonna be fun tonight in 40-degree weather. I am trying to think, did I unlock that dungeon I needed? I was talking to Cloud about this. It's not Amdenpur Keep. I could have sworn I got the quest for it. Oh, I do. One night in Amdapur. I have to do that one later. I might do that one with him, because he had said he tried to do that one and he was not getting the drop of, I think it's Diablos, of the Diablos game fame, saying that it wasn't dropping or something. I find that weird. I never read about that, but my guess is that he's not doing the right dungeon. But as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marchamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen. Indeed, and if they would indeed threaten the dragon so openly, do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Also, I need to buy some more Gissel greens. Gissel. I wish my pretty bow glowed. How quickly that thing just went down. Moving on. Do you have anything else for us? Friends! That is such a great move. I love it. Jump up in the air and shoot a blue fucking arrow at his head. Call it a day. Just call it a day. I really need to... I think I also need to start doing some type of form of a... what do you call them? The Disciples of Hand, you know, maybe a carpenter or a leather worker, something to level up. I'm very, what I see on all social media, and I'm all ready for Dawn Trail, and they show level 90s across the board. I am a special kind of jelly when I see that. Do you, Biscuits or Wolfslayer, do either of you have, everything at 90? I feel like that'd be a lot of work. I feel like that's like if I had kept playing all my time through since launch, like that's possible. But like, you know, if I keep at it, you know, like I said, my stream will be, you know, story based, and I got to start doing things. If I didn't get caught in the hubbub of the relic weapon, I probably would have already unlocked maybe Sage, maybe Gunbreaker, Red Mage for sure, and I'm just fucking lazy about it. I take no pleasure in killing the Nath. It was to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Wait. You had me killing Nath, shedding blood, to avoid bloodshed. Ha! One of those, you know, can't have peace without war, apparently. Well, it can't be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word of the warrior at light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then.
Vidofnir!
Is she calling another dragon? I feel like she's calling a dragon. Dragon. Wyvern, maybe.
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Oh. I was like, why is my like why is the music or why is everything so loud? And I didn't fix it because Baldur's Gate was the old music. So I apologize if everything was a little loud to people.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight.
Oh, you stepped on my penis!
Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
Beer nuts. Are beer nuts peanuts? I don't think so. Salted peanuts will have to do. How you doing, Cloud? Good to see you, my friend, as always.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
Lady Iceheart is yelling at a dragon, with a dragoon in behind who's threatening to murder everything.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth dog's stolen eye?
Do I have something coming up or something? Oh god, he yelled at me.
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I mean, I do have the one, remember the one that we were talking about before, the Lost City of Amdapur? I would like to do that one for the weapon. We'll do that one. We'll see if something comes up for here. You know, I'm ready to do a whole bunch of stuff, obviously, so. Dude, I do wonder, do dragons actually fear dragoons? Like when this guy is seeing this guy in his garb and his typical dragoon outfit, you know, which I still think is by far the best outfit or armor on any class. Like, there's nothing that screams Final Fantasy than the dragoon outfit. Like, do they relatively fear, like as Estinian was saying, like, don't fuck around with me, dude, or I will jump 800 light years into the fucking sky and remove one of your eyes. Are you already done work for today? Like, I mean, it's funny to hear, like, work was super dead today when it's, like, noon.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission.
Okay, well, that's good. One of them half days, eh? Okay, perfect.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other.
Did you get your apartment all back in order?
Night.
Essentially, all of your characters and figurines back up on the wall.
Vidofnir, please. We must
Bring the boxes back in later.
Intentions to Resfelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way.
Still outside. Oh, like out on your balcony?
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one.
Aren't you worried about it, like, being, like, with it being so super hot and humid, like, won't it ruin, like, the cardboard that they're in?
But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Oh, okay. I thought we were past this part, you know? Everyone just summons primals.
Forwardness. But if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Quite frankly, we're running out of primals to summon. Probably not by a long shot.
Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task, to succeed where dragons have failed? 'Tis beyond thee, mortal, but thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught.
You'll be Dragoon today. Well, I was gonna say, if we're gonna do the one that you said, like, that you wouldn't get the drop for, like, I think it's Diablos, for the relic weapon thing, like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be Bard, to see if there's an issue with it, so, yeah, we'll do that. I have to do the quest to unlock it. I don't have that dungeon unlocked yet, so. But yeah, we'll sort of see where the story takes us, and I'll wait for Wolfslayer and Biscuits if they're all good to run one. I think Wolfslayer has to go and send his car in to be serviced. Not hard talk to 3 or 4 people to unlock. So I'm around her for like 20 more minutes. Okay, and and so then you're off. Like you're done. I don't even think we could really wrap it up in that span of time. Yeah, like, I mean, I'll be going off at probably the relatively same time I usually. I mean, I don't have to. I mean, 3 p.m. is like my absolute gotta wrap it up. At least I don't have to be worried about stuck in some type of cutscene. At least I wouldn't think I would be. but I gotta go pick up my son today, so you gotta pick up a friend right after your car appointment. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll see. Okay. But Biscuits will be here. The better half. Okay, well that's okay. Give me that money. That's rude. Wait, okay, well, sorry, hold on. Wolf Slayer's worst half will unfortunately be the only one joining us for a dungeon run. Is that better for you, Biscuits? Is that better? No, that is also rude. Well, sounds like I can't be a winner today then. Heavens forbid. Ysael seems occupied with thoughts of the Nath and their primal. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Isa? I mean, I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge a new peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you. A bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. I think she made up a word there. Enough, enough! I say, if the Nath have truly fought their own deity from the Aether, then we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon this primal's defeat. But have we think of confronting it? I mean, we must first study its origins. I mean, what is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? Yes, my apologies. Of course, you're right. Let's return to the tail feather and consult with Marchand. He knows far more of the Nath and their culture than most. So I'm gonna go and pick this up, and then I'm sure there's gonna be an ether, something. That's probably gonna be relatively nearby. To the north! It is literally so hard to think of, like, geez, like, this is it. Oh, see, this is gonna be like, you know, so you want me to somewhat go, like, is that 500 yards? I don't know. Can I go through here? Maybe going up into a. Look away from the chocobo butt, ladies and gentlemen. Avert your eyes, children. Poop comes out of there. White poop. I watched The Hangover yesterday. Very classic movie. 3 was just okay, but didn't make me laugh. And 2 felt like a retread of 1, but with a different place. Yeah, I feel like I mean, you were never gonna get that way, but I always felt like The Hangover would have been great as just a single movie, right? Like just The Hangover. That was it. No 2, no 3. But I know, like, that's one of my most favorite movies, to be honest. Like, I love The Hangover, but I know companies like money, so, and I'm sure all 3 of the films probably did well. 409 yalms to the north. It's hard to decipher whether it's be up here and where I'm going. Looks confusing, but I will try to find this. On my Apple TV, I have Hangover and 21. That's it? I mean, I don't have Apple TV. Should probably get Apple TV. I hear it's good. I would say of like probably of all of the digital outlet things. I mean, Google will probably still be around. But it's probably up here. God damn it. You know, if you're gonna go with a digital library. If you want Wolf here, we can probably do a quick duty roulette or something. Okay, you guys, you down? We can do a quick duty roulette. I'm always up for a quick duty. Sure. All right, I'll send out the invites. Social systems and parties. You guys are fishing! At least one of you is. You're obsessed now, Biscuits. You are obsessed. You are obsessed. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. You know, it is, Cat. It is. I will run this dungeon, and then I will get an alcoholic beverage. Where? I just keep climbing up this mountain because there ain't no mountain high enough. I don't know if the song continues on. Already had your glass of wine. Are you good for a single glass of wine at dinner, Cat? Because, you know, that sounds like some self-control, unlike someone I know who downs a box of wine. Sorry. At dinner time. Let's do a... Do I want to do a 50 to 60? Or a leveling? Especially on a school night. Yeah, didn't Joe Hendry? Leveling would be my preference. They're both leveling, Wolfslayer. Leveling 50, 60, 70, 80, or just leveling? Just leveling. Oh, okay. Everyone expects me to pay attention. Not that I go to school, but I like the expression. It's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, didn't Joe Hendry just like get fucking just bamboozled on out of there? Like, for 2 seconds? And everyone booed? Nobody liked that. You think you can do this one in under 15 minutes there, Wolfslayer? What if I sit back and just play songs? What if I do that? Hey, you're moving too quickly. I can't enjoy it. Now I know that in my channel, I put "Don't ask me what a Dutch bag slapper is," but we do have someone in chat, so I need to ask, Kat, do you know what that is? If you know, for you probably already are sitting there thinking like "forever hold your peace" type of thing. Oh, come on, Kat, you don't know what that is? Do you want to know what that is? I mean, I should probably think out loud first what that may be. Enlighten you. Okay, so. We all know that we've already discussed, rather, you know, to ad nauseam, the Dutch toilets, right? We usually have some good toilet talk here, whether it's about bidets or now the Dutch toilets. If you're unaware of what a Dutch toilet is, look it up and Google it, of course, right? It's got like what we call a poop shelf, according to some, and, you know, and so that's what you can inspect your poo. You know, make sure that you're normal, right? I guess. So I came across on Reddit, a few people were explaining some things, because obviously the internet had never seen such a toilet before. So this really can only really apply, I would think, to people who own or possibly lease a penis. But so you might already be doing the math in your head now of what the Dutch bag slapper might be. So I guess if you're having yourself a good poo on the loo, you know it's gonna slide down the poop shelf, right? You flush and it goes down. What if your tummy's been rumbling a little bit, right? What if you're not having the best of poos? What I've been enlightened to unfortunately, what a terrible day to be able to read was yesterday. That the bag slapper is when if you take a poo, and it sort of just stands on end because it's a little too solid, and it might slide down just a touch, and it will slap your bag. For those that are unaware, a gentleman's penis, will. I just want to get this out of the way here. I also saw on the internet that women apparently don't know what the hell we do, like men or people who own or lease a penis, while we're sitting on the loo. Like, do you think like that? Do you think that we're just like dipping it in the water for a full cleanse or something? I saw some. I don't know if it was fake or not. I was trying to figure it out. It just sits there. Okay, like no. I don't own a Dutch toilet. So I guess the thought is that you're sitting there and you're pooping right on the Dutch toilet, and so it's got the shelf, so it slides a little bit, and then it makes contact with the gentleman's area, if that helps, Kat. So no, so I don't think you should be flushing while you're sitting. I mean, I think proper. I think the proper way to do it is, I think you're supposed to be like shutting the lid and then flushing, so poo particles don't go everywhere. I think that's the way you want to do it. But you're a lady, Kat, so this you would never have to worry about getting the Dutch bag slapper happening to you, right? Perhaps we've said too much. And unfortunately, folks, it is a live show, so there is no coming back from this. And also, fortunately, when this eventually goes back onto the YouTube channel, it will forever be enlightened on the internet until YouTube decides to get rid of my channel for whatever reason. Possibly because someone higher up in the executive level heard me talk about this. And they're like, we can't have this type of smack type of talk on YouTube. We can certainly let Alex Jones, but we can't let this I'm Jordan guy carry on. It's too much. And it's fair. I'll check with the man of the house and get back to you. I mean, he probably has not had that happen. I would assume he's a relatively healthy individual. But just, he'll probably chuckle when you explain it to him, and then he'll be like, you know what, I probably never thought of that, but now that you've put it into his head that it could happen, it might be worrisome. Because I would assume, with you living over there, I assume you are an owner of a Dutch toilet, right? I think we discussed this already. Does everyone get one? Do you just have one? Or are they are they the standard toilet that you get in every home? 2 of them, look at you. You're fancy. I wonder if I could buy one over here. Like not currently, I'm not gonna be getting one for my apartment, but I wonder if I could get like the best of both worlds, like we discussed, Kat. A Dutch toilet with the bidet. Can I just go into my local Lowe's or a Home Depot and go, that's what I want? If I tell them, they'll probably be very confused, first of all. But, I think I should be allowed to be able to have one of these things, right? And then as I'm talking to the sales guy, who's already utterly confused that some customer in North America wants a Dutch toilet bidet, then I can go, hey dude, you ever heard of a Dutch bag slapper? And you gotta keep it quiet in case like some boomer is listening, right? Because God knows the last thing they need to know is about those. Because if anybody's balls are hanging low, it's the boomers, okay? Probably from lack of maintenance or something. I should probably go on over to my bathroom and just wash my mouth out with soap. I couldn't imagine, if my mom knew what Twitch was, and she came in here to just, see what her son was talking about, she would be flabbergasted. I think my dad would have a good laugh, but would also be equally disappointed. I mean, I'm disappointed, and I still have a good chuckle about it. This phenomenon is also new to him. But so now, can I ask, Kat, is it now a newfound worry for him? Like, is he ever going to be worried that, you know, maybe he's had a couple of too many Coors Lights or something? Not that you'd ever drink that over there, but, you know, just maybe not feeling well, and it just slides ever so much, and now he's got to worry about the Dutch bag slapper. Okay, he's a healthy guy. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to worry about. Okay, good, good. I don't know how I feel now, Kat, because now he's going to be wondered. He probably is over there whispering to you, maybe in the other room, going, what fucking kind of people are you watching on this platform? And then you have to explain that, like, oh, he's just some weird Canadian guy, you know, don't worry. You know, he streams Persona games sometimes and all that shit, but he's relatively good people. He's harmless. He's from Canada. Oh, I just asked a question with no context. Oh, that's the best part, with no context. So now I'm trying to understand of whether this was just Reddit being Reddit, or if this was actually a legitimate, like, concern for people. How many, can I ask, when you were in Japan, how many Japanese toilets did you see that had the sink, like, on top of the toilet? You know, like the one that's like recycled water. I'm led to believe like those are everywhere, but I haven't been to Japan to check, unfortunately. My only way into Japan is through the Abroad in Japan channel, and he doesn't talk about toilets as much as even I do. Many of them, don't worry, I'm a toilet expert. Well, I'm glad that we have one in channel right now. I don't know what I would do with myself if I didn't. I don't honestly know. Cloud, murder him with the limit break. I want to see that you added it to your thing. Do it! Do it! Do it now! Brought in Arnold. Ah, perfect. Perfect timing. Thank you for that. That one went well. Hooray! Now Koromaru can go off and get his car serviced. Is he getting like a massage or something? Like one of those deals? My long-term accommodation didn't have a bidet though. Most cheap places just... Oh, really? Oh, that's a letdown. I assumed everywhere had bidets in Japan. And then, you know, your general, like, upper class areas had, like, the fancy ones with the lights and the RGB shit and everything like that. Sea-Dog, is that the anime guy? He always has them on. I do like Abroad in Japan. He's very good. Oh, well, the British guy. Yep, no, I don't know who's, I'm trying to remember who Sea-Dog is. Like, the British guy that's also Abroad in Japan, right? He is also British. 98 yams to the west. It's gotta be up there. I have gifts for you shortly. Can you? Oh God! Are we getting to a spot where I can't? Oh my God! Do I just yeet myself here or what? God damn it! I went up all this way, and I can't find the thing. Okay. Bidets aren't standard. They're considered nice toilets if you have one. Oh my God! My life has been a fraud. I just assumed that they were the thing in Japan, like just everyone had one. Well, now I don't know if I can continue on. Where would you like me to meet you, Wolfslayer, to make things easier? Because I'm not gonna find this stupid ether current, which probably doesn't exist down here anyways. I went down here for nothing, or up here for nothing. Annex Shrine is good. Where's that? That is okay. That's okay. Oh my God! Don't Think about your life, Jordan. Do not jump there. Do not yeet. Do not pull a Matt Hardy off of the top shelf and the top hoop shelf, if you will. Okay. I was trying to figure, like, and so you're going back again. How long are you going for your next time? Weeks. Nice. I am as jelly rolls could be. Still have 6 months to wait, though. Do you get a straight direct flight from where you are, or I think I'll die if I jump down there, unfortunately. Oh, Jordan, I'll love this. You booked tickets for Oktoberfest. I will. I do like that. I do like that. That sounds like a wonderful time. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. That almost went super terribly wrong. How do I get out of here? There we go. Never been. It's probably one of those things like you probably live relatively close by to it, and then you just never thought of it, right? I don't know. I don't know how to get back to the. Oh God, it's still lower. Can I? I can't even go down there. I can't go down there. I don't know how to get down there. I don't know how to get down. I have a transfer my flight to Japan, but it's a transfer in South Korea, so it's on the way. I feel like that's like what? Hop, skip, and a jump, probably like an hour or so. There we go. More down. I'll get to you, Wolf Slayer. I'll let you get to service your car for massages and whatnot. And I'm also, I guess, I'm gonna have to, if I want to have the same outfit, I'm gonna have to go back to the inn. So being to Japan, have you been like outside of maybe just staying for the flight like you would to Korea? South specifically, I guess. I mean, if you want to go visit north, you could. And does this count as the Annex Shrine? I guess it would. Or did you mean like the city? Is there a city called Annex Shrine? Oh, you'll be there short. Okay, I didn't know I was early. Well, I look forward to that for you. That sounds absolutely exciting to do. Ms. Biscuits, are you? Would you like to do the one night in Amdapur for another Dungeon run? I dare say that I like Korean food more than Japanese food. So what's the difference? Other than like just me thinking like Japan has sushi, which I would assume South Korea has also sushi, but is Korean food more like Chinese food? I honestly do not know. Because I just think of like, when I think of Japanese food, I think of sushi and noodles, or ramen, essentially. That's, never been, but I would assume that's what I would assume that would be like. And then, obviously I just assume that China, or Korea, if they generally have the same thing, would be like, chicken balls, fried rice, that type of stuff. Korean food generally uses a lot of, I am not even going to attempt that, but it wouldn't be a Jordan stream if I didn't attempt that. Gokujang! Shit. I don't know if I'll have enough. Spicy, lots of meat, pork belly noodles are thicker than Japanese noodles. Thank you for that, Mr. Koru. Let's see what you've made me. Let's see what you've made me sexy. Oh wait, was that? I guess I should have looked at the gear. Let me sort. That is level 60. You have one more thing to give. Oh my god. No, what? No! No, oh god, what happened? I'm trying, I don't know what to get rid of here. There, we'll use that. This is absolutely a problem. Thank you. Thank you very much. Huzzah. All right. So, can I ask a question? Oh, never mind. Okay, okay, never mind. I understand this. It's because it's not in my armory set. Or my chest. That's why. I was like, why is it not showing up? And I did this because I was an idiot. I thank you. Hold on. No, we don't want that. We want these. There we go. Okay. 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 All right, let's see how we look here. There it is. The beach composite bow. All right. Oh. Look at that. Did you want to do one night? I think it's the Lost City of Amdapur Keep as another dungeon run. Cloud, same question asked to you. Thanks, Wolf Slayer. Appreciate it, my friend. Ooh, I am a badass. Can I just say one thing though? I know Wolf Slayer is popped out. This is very weird to me. That looks like it's a. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It looks like it's a. I mean, it's a hat, but on this, it looks like it's like a do-rag, if you do. Thank you. I love me a good reminder. I'll be right back. Daddy's back. All right, I think I have to go and actually. Did I watch the Nintendo Direct? I saw. I didn't see the whole show. But I went back and then watched like the games I wanted to see. It was a good show. It was a good show. It'll be. We were talking a little bit about it yesterday. It'll be interesting to see. What they do with the Switch successor. The new Dragon Quests. I'm very excited about. Yeah. No. I have to actually unlock the dungeon first, Biscuits, which shouldn't take long, but I gotta go and do that. I thought it was a different one. The new Zelda. Which is, I love the memes about everyone going like, finally, a Legend of Zelda where we get to play as Zelda. I think that'll be hilarious. But thanks for the reminder, Cat. Some apparent reason this one has a bunny on it. It's great. Make sure to calm the fourth party member since they'll be a rando this time as long as they aren't a total shithead anyways. Oh my god, I want that can. I mean, I would send it to you if it wasn't going to go overly terrible. I was trying to figure out, I've had this beer before. It's just old style Pilsner. It's pretty, you know, I was trying to figure out where it was made. I was trying to find something that was possibly Dutch, but I didn't want to go that far back. I think it's just old style Pilsner is the name of it. It's made by Molson Coors. But I've had it before, and I don't remember the bunny being on it. And I was trying to find like the reasoning of like maybe it's like a special can or something, but it doesn't say anything on it, so I'm confused. This is probably of your bare basic beers that, like, if you don't want something like absolutely dog shit, like a drinking, this is probably one of the better domesticated beers you can get. Just the old style Pilsner, just straight to the point, right? But yeah, like, I'm trying to understand why it's got the bunny on it. But it, like, there's nothing written on it that says like it's special. So there's the name of the beer. Like, it's so, I keep forgetting. So it says right here, old style, and then you can see Pilsner, and then it just says beer. It's made by Molson Coors. I know, again, like, that's a pretty big company now, but I don't know whether you would have that particular. Here, also, I also noticed it has a small bunny. Goddamn camera focus! Oh, it's probably like the blur thing. Also has a small bunny. Oh, come on, small bunny there. I don't think it likes the thing. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. So basically, when you're saying like make sure to calm, like you basically make just letting like the fourth party member know, like, hey, the three of us are in a party together, so don't be a jackin' any type of thing. Because I'm assuming they will be a tank. From their website, the bunny is part of the original design on the old style Pilsner can made by the daughter of the master brewer. According to legend, there are 15 hidden throughout the... What the... Until you literally said that, I only saw the big bunny. And then I was like, oh, there's another one by the flag. And now that I fucking look, there's one in the train. There's one in the car. Actually, there's three in the car. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. I'll take it from here, sister. All right, and someone remind me to put the other weapon on. I feel like I'm about to go out and play Fallout or something like that. And go dust some space mutants. Yeah, it's really good. I feel like I should go and dye the hat like hot pink though, or something. I believe this Arun Senna, this was the girl that I believe, I don't know if that was much on stream, but I think, wasn't she the one that her mother died as a white mage or a conjurer, and she only wants to heal but doesn't realize how powerful she could be with offensive magic? One question about Canadian toilets. Our toilets aren't very weird, but go right on ahead. Are they like American toilets, using a lot of water, occasionally causing unwanted splashback? Oh, God. I would say no. I would say the only toilets that I've noticed, like when they flush and there might be a little bit of splashback, would be a restaurant toilet, or like at my work, it's like the whole world's water supply goes directly to that toilet. But they're all, I would say they're all far, far too different. Like, I mean, mine here, no splashback. We absolutely use a ton of water, but we're getting better. A lot of I feel like it's a King of the Hill joke at the time of, like, you know, low flow toilets, and then you can't, you know, then your poop doesn't go down because there's not enough water. I think they've sort of fixed the designs of those type of things to, like, flush properly. But I can't ever say that that was like a problem I had. Like, you go to, you know, how about a courtesy flush in there or something type of thing, right? Yeah, so, like, I think that was the thing, like, probably like 20 years ago. I feel like that absolutely was a thing of, like, you know, everyone was about the low flow toilets. And they would never, like, you'd have to flush 2 or 3 times. Like, not that I ever had to, but I'm saying, like, that's what I always heard. And it's because they just, so all they never designed anything about the toilet. They were just like, oh, we'll just have less water, like, be used with a flush. And then everyone's like, what the fuck? I gotta flush this shitter 3 times to get rid of all the shit. Defeating the purpose of a low flow toilet. And then they changed the way it's designed of, like, you know, more pressure will come out still using less water. The design of the toilet, I can't believe we're fucking talking about this. But, you know, so it might swirl in a specific way. I've seen some of them that, like, you know how they all come out, like, from around where, like, the seat is, and then the water rushes down? I've seen other ones, like, come from different areas. It's great. You'd think I'd be like a toilet salesman, the way I go on about it. That's one qualm about the poop shelf design. You basically have to use the toilet brush after every... Oh, see, that's what people were on Reddit were very confused about. Because people were like, how the fuck does it not just sit there? Right? And then, like, so basically, you know, obviously, when you flush, the water is not completely clean in that thing, right? Ah. Alright, the lost city of Amdapur Keep is now accessible. It just doesn't sit there, the water pressure. Oh, okay, but still, you're going to get some residue, right? You're going to get some residue. All right, I think we are ready. Oh, gee, I gotta put the weapon on. As much as I have that weapon on, I gotta put this one on. So that I actually get it. All right. The lost city of Amdapur. Did you hear that Willie Mays passed away? Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think he was like 93. And the shelf has a small dent with water in it. Oh. We are learning so much. But hey, better for the environment inspection purposes. Cheers. 5 o'clock somewhere. So unless you've been an exceptionally large, greasy shit, your toilet tends to stay cleaner. Yes. Yes. You've had a good American breakfast, right? Greasy bacon. It all hits the spot. You said 15 bunnies I gotta look for on this thing. That's okay. So, let's start with the big one. I mean, I guess we just work our way... We'll work our way over. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the train, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's one by the castle, 13. There's one in the train, 14. And then the big one is 15. No, I did not see any highlights of Monday Night Raw. I have not watched a I've not watched a weekly episode of any wrestling, whether it be WWE or AEW, in honestly probably a year. I'll. It's been that fucking long. Nope. I have no interest in that though. I never found the. Even when Bray Wyatt was kicking, I always thought that stuff was dumb. It's good that people enjoy it. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people, but I never found it relatively interesting. Like I thought it was cool, like when he would come out and and all the lights were out and everyone basically held up their phones, the fireflies, if you will. I thought that was cool, but yeah, it's. I think the Uncle Howdy stuff and we're scary, but we have a funny fun house. I could go without that, to be honest. How believable, Ms. Biscuits, is when it says less than a 5-minute wait? How accurate is that? Is that just them like literally just like, oh, it probably is going to take that long, right? But they're just estimating. They actually have no fucking idea. Because, like, my assumption would be, I guess the thing is, like, this is an optional dungeon because you have to go through and do a quest to get no, wait. Aren't all dungeons you relatively have to do it? But this is, like, out of the way. So then you're eliminating the people, like, who are doing a duty roulette to get this one because they're not going to pop if they don't have access to it, right? So, I don't know how many people are doing it. I remember back, I remember they had added this before. I used to put, like, when I would run into soloing stuff, and doing dungeons and you were doing something that would be obscure, I remember setting the English to, or the language to all available. And that generally got you popped into something. Usually you'd end up with some Japanese players, not too often the Europeans, but it generally got you into something quickly. And if it was only just a low-level one, if you knew what you were doing, nobody cared. This one is a special case because it's optional. It assumes that we get a healer who's queuing for a duty that has this unlocked, which is honestly not too terrible since it's old as fuck. Yeah, I would assume someone has come across and will probably do this one. I just want to make sure that, like, we get, Diablos at the end. I want that to pop. That'd be super terrible if it doesn't fucking pop. I'm liking this gear. It's really nice. The Gagana skin. I assume a Gagana is an enemy. I mean, I would say, like, I would have gone on as a healer if I didn't need to play as a bard to get the unlock. There's a trick to the Diablos fight. There are portals and doors we have to go through. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. Diabolos, not Diablo. Look at that. See? Didn't take long at all. Did it 2 times already. Well, you're going to do it 3. Yeah, heals. Just here to have fun. I just realized that probably putting threesome was probably not the best approach. What's oh no? Why are you starting off with an oh no already? Just the fact that Biscuit said she doesn't remember this? It's a level 50 dungeon, how hard could it be? She's the tank, she'll be fine. Is this the one where you have to place the weird blocks on something? like an enemy has to die on these specific blocks or something? No? Okay. I like the music. Wamamura. Boy, this thing is these things are taking some damage. Treasure. Eh? Yeah, we were talking about DJ about Seth Rollins. I guess he didn't need surgery. I guess that was you know, he just had to do some physiotherapy would be my guess, which is good. I mean, you never want to have to do surgery if you can avoid it. But there's always that slight fear though, like, you know, you listen to your doctor, but I mean, like, you know, sometimes surgery is absolutely needed because, you know, just the nature of the injury, you know, something needs to be fixed or removed or something to, so like the, you know, the cause of concern from re-injuring it by doing the same thing again is a possibility, right? I mean, I can't compare my injury to my knee to Seth Rollins. I don't know what was exactly wrong to his, but I mean, physiotherapy was mentioned to me as well for my. Oh, god damn it! I'm so sorry. I pulled a mimic. That's what I get for fucking pulling shit. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not mean that. It was mentioned to me, and then it was just like, but you know, you can do the same thing, or, you know, you could walk wrong and tear your meniscus again, and, you know, it's like, or, you know, we could have cut it out and it's not gonna be a problem. And I was like, well, that sounds like that's the better go, essentially. Roxanne, you don't have to turn out the red light. Roxanne. Do you think this healer knows I'm singing a song about them and getting the words ever so wrong? This thing will eat your character. Well, it looks like he's gonna eat your character. He's fucking vibing on you right now. Yes, he did. He enjoyed your time, sir. Now we got to beat up the stomach to, I would assume, escape you from the maw, from the Meemaw. What happened? You died. So this will be a tough one with the healer. Do we not want to destroy that voracious maw? Maybe that's what I'm missing. Just murders you. Good job. Good job. is a tough thing for a tank. Like, you know, you gotta feel out your heals to see how much you can pull, right? And unfortunately, in some dungeon runs, it's not even really a thing, right? Oh my god, the tainted mold. Tainted molds! Another Dutchman I asked is not familiar with the bag slapper context. Well, now I'm sitting there thinking that I've just been had by Reddit. I mean, I get that there is a little bit of a joke aspect to it. I'm not expecting every single person to be worried about whether they take a shit on a Dutch toilet and they got to worry about it slightly sliding down and hitting their bag. But I thought there'd be at least one concerned citizen about it. Did you like go in your Discord and ask fellow Dutch people about this? I assume it's safe to walk in through here. Yeah, we're just gonna get some pollen. We're gonna get pollinated. You ever been pollinated? Okay. Wait, did you just randomly text somebody and ask them that? Oh my god, I love it, Cat. I love it. I need to know what was their reaction like first off. Was it just like was it WTF? Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Look, I'm a weirdo. But I appreciate you just like right to the source, right? If anyone could get me the answer to this, it was Cartesian Cat. Really? I never would have guessed, Cat. I never would have guessed. Looks like it's a tough dungeon to tank. Lots of like placements and stuff. Looks like it's not easy. At least poo isn't taboo, you know. It's oh, it absolutely is here. That I think you Europeans have that down. Like. Us over here in the West, you can't talk about sex, you can't talk about poo, you know, those are things you're not allowed to talk about in a public manner. I'm trying to change that with my channel here, of course, but oh, this guy, you know, just a little bit of ranch sauce here. Ranch Wamora. Pissed off his mom. Shit. He is gonna be none too pleased. I got it. What an annoying couple of bosses this are. And it's like we're at the weird level where I'm trying to figure like, oh, do we just not bother with ads, or, you know, should we take care of them? Obviously it looks like, you know, at this level you probably have to start following some type of rules. the last boss. All right. Just heads up, I do not remember this last fight at all. Okay, well, we'll figure it out together. Oh my god. This isn't even like the fight. I mean, do we have to murder these things? Probably. It's like he's getting sexual powers. For to ask if I was more surprised to see me watching Final Fantasy 14 had your screen minimized in the screenshot. Okay. And then you said like, oh, the game I don't care, but it's this weird Canadian that I have to talk to. He is great, right? Then it all made sense. That's always one thing I would love to take forward in streaming is I want to be someone that people want to watch. Doesn't matter what game I'm playing, but I want to hope that I can be relatively entertaining to the masses just based upon, you know, me. You know? The game is a sideshow. You're having a rough go, Shaner. Oh, I had that mimic all day. I had that as a mimic all day. What is this, Dark Souls? Alright, so I'm assuming we want to take out the magic stones, or the mage stones. Sounds simple enough. That's where he's getting his sexual powers from his, probably his hyperbaric chamber. Good old dirty eye. That's what happens when you sleep on a pillow that someone farted on. Oh god, what's happening? Like it's a tough fight. My weapon glow like that. Okay. Oh, let's see. Not really an MMO person, are you, Cat? I don't know, like Cloud, I have this red circle above his name, which means that usually means it's something for a hunt. So diabolical gate, and each one has a color. I'm sure he's gonna do something that's gonna equate to a color. Gates are all closed now. Orb that's gonna blow up. Oh my god, there's eyes everywhere. So it's a gravity orb. I don't know what we got to do about these things. I'm trying to take a look and see. probably gonna have to do something about a... Oh, God. So clearly, like, there's a door that we gotta interact with. Do we just have to open all of the gates? I have no idea. Oh, God, I got a curse. Taken is increased, so that sounds like you don't want to be... Oh, God. This is not a fun fight for anybody involved. I think we did it. I don't know. I got the objective done for that. I got my pop-up for my weapon. That was, Did you get your pop-up? Took you longer to do it before. No pop-up. You've got to be doing... Do you have the weapon on? I can't look at your gear right now. You do have the right book, right? I don't know how else I can... Yeah, I can't look it. You did it. Okay, so you just missed the pop-up. I was gonna say, like, I got my pop-up. I don't know how you got it, but yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, like, there wasn't anything complicated you had to do. The fight was complicated, that's for damn sure, but all you had to do was defeat the final boss. That, you know, there wasn't like you had to, like, you know, make sure he, you know, we all saw to completion or something. You know, in a sexual way. But yeah. Don't know why we didn't have to go into the doors. Well, Biscuits sort of nailed the head on that one. It's not that you had to go through the doors. There obviously is a way of doing that fight properly. But we sort of grunted our way through it, type of thing. Like, we didn't follow the rules, I guess would be the thing. Yeah, I would. My guess would be, like, again, it sucks when you really don't get told what you have to do, but like clearly the doors at the very beginning all have an icon above, and then that orb pops up, and then so all of the icons are gone from above the are gone above the doors. So my guess would be is that you probably want to have, at worst, your ranged DPS or somebody, or two, or your healer maybe, open up a specific door that will get rid of the curse. You have to memorize the icons and open the doors that match each other so that those orbs don't keep exploding. So that would have been my job. But how... This has been a thing even going into World of Warcraft. How on earth would you know what to do there? Like, I mean, I gauged, like, okay, there's doors. We knew there was doors. But how would I know, like, whatever that orb was doing, how would I know which door I had to open? Like, let's say I was smart enough to remember each one of the icons. Like, how would I know, like, oh, there's an orb coming? Because I just randomly went to a door, and then I opened another door, and then I got a shitty debuff. So maybe you can only open one door at a time, and then if you get the door wrong, don't open another door until maybe another orb pops up. Because I'm sure that one will pop up for me again, but no, you get at a level where it doesn't matter, right? We just burn the boss. Thank you very much, though. That was a toughie, as they say. All right, we're going back over here to Dravania. Tail feather and sort of see where it takes us. And I'm gonna take that opportunity to go pee. I'm afraid to admit, I'm going to say this right now, afraid to admit how long I've been back on stream talking into the abyss, not realizing I was muted and on the be right back screen. I was sitting there reading your response there, that it's always the DPS's job to take care of ads, mechanics, damage, you know, stay behind the tank, and I'm like, oh, why is my screen blue? And just in late game that there are instances where the tank limit breaks are just there for instance. Okay. If those limit breaks don't happen, and again, it's a thing of knowing the fight, trial and error, everyone dies. It's the first time I've done AMDEP who are legitimately synced in probably 2 years, but once I saw the doors, I remembered it's a stupid memory puzzle. Okay. But so there wasn't any intricately thing that I was missing there of like, you know, generally I was relatively right in my thinking of like, okay, you gotta look, but it just sort of sucks, like you still really don't know what door to open. Like World of Warcraft did a very good thing later on. They didn't have this, like Final Fantasy should have this now, but it took World of Warcraft many years. What they had was they released something called a dungeon journal in game. So you have a book, you open it up in game, and you pick the dungeon, you pick a raid that you've done, and the more you play it. So to be fair, the first time you do a dungeon in World of Warcraft, it has very basic information in the dungeon. It knows the name, it has the map, and it has the name of the bosses. The more you do it, more things pop up into the book to tell you what the mechanics are, and I think that's cool. Of course, nobody reads the fucking books, but it was a good thing to have. Because you know, if I went into something new, like I would absolutely, as friends, you know, I don't have to worry about time. I would absolutely read a Final Fantasy 14 book in-game, not an outside thing, not on the internet. I would absolutely look that up and go, oh, okay, so we're gonna have to get to the end boss, everything else is pretty much okay, pulling ads and whatnot. You're gonna get to a door, you have to, you know, with this orb comes out, you have to go to this door. Just remember where this door is, type of thing. Boom, okay. But if you didn't do it once, it wouldn't tell you anything about doors. You would just have to fucking figure it out. Yeah, I think it would have been different had maybe you have been the healer, right? But that's certainly, that dungeon certainly seemed like a dungeon where, at least what I've noticed, I'm level 60, I think it synced us to level 52. So that's pretty close to like what my level of stuff is. Same for Clouds. And I just got some new gear, obviously, so, you know, I probably was doing some pretty good damage. But it comes to a point where eventually you can't just burn everything, right? Especially with being synced. Like, obviously, when you're synced, if you're already at a top level, you're going to be synced at the max, probably, amount you can be. But eventually, you still have to start following somewhat of what the mechanics are expected to be, right? Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, for sure. There's tons of stuff. I just thought it would be cool if it was in-game. Like, take advantage of, have your character read a book, a dungeon journal, or a duty book, a duty finder book, and be cool with it. You know, something you can read in the inn, something in your house, something like that, and look up stuff. Tells you all the loot that you would get, or expected loot. But yeah. So this was a bard quest. So I think I'm gonna get another. I think I'm gonna get the Iron Jaws, which again is gonna be a nice move later on, but sort of pointless going forward. I would have liked to have had the this shot, you know, to be applicable for lower levels, which has always been my argument of when you do lower level stuff. I wish it didn't block out my action bar stuff. I wish it just lowered everything down to an associated level of what the damage should be. When you get to level 90, there's no such thing as just burn it. If you stand in the wrong spot, you die. If you do the wrong thing in mechanic, you die. It's ruthless at higher levels, but that'll calm down over time in the same way level 50 ain't shit now, right? And quite frankly, though, Biscuits, I like that because it's going to teach you real quick. And if someone doesn't learn, they're going to get kicked. I hate seeing people get kicked or because you don't get a mechanic, but I feel like I feel like you shouldn't be kicking people the first or second time it happens. Like, I mean, I am very upfront. If that was a random group and I was doing that dungeon, I would have just put in, hey, first timer, okay? And so, you know, I feel like they get their expectations a little lowered. They might explain something going forward. Whereas if you say nothing and run into the fight, they're probably going to assume this ain't your first rodeo. And that you're going to know what you're doing. And then you're going to die a couple times and you're going to look stupid. You're going to have egg on your face. You guys aren't ready. The way AoEs pop up so slowly now and stick around and give you time to move away, child. So are you saying like at level 90, you absolutely sort of have to know placement a little bit better? I will say there are... I mean, of those circles, there are enemies and bosses that will do an attack without telling you they're going to do an attack. Like, you have to actually physically be watching the boss and going like, oh, he's turning, you know, you can see that he's got his magic bar is going. He's preparing to do something, but nothing's on the ground showing you he's doing something. So don't stand in front of him, or you have to, again, trial and error. You have to know, like, oh, this guy, he does a magic attack that randomly does something to someone. Or you know, the end of one of those bosses, oh, this guy eats a random character, right? So, you know, he eats them, then you have to attack his stomach to release the character. Thank God! You gotta do that stuff. You gotta know, but you won't know until you do it. So... just expect to die the first time you run things. It's inevitable. Happens to everyone, but you're not new to a dungeon trial and you're fucking up a bunch. Be prepared to either get chastised or, God forbid, kicked. Kicking only really happens in, like, the Savages or Ultimates. Okay. But if you ask me, I think it's far too early to draw conclusions. I mean, I, for one, mean to continue searching until I find a definite answer. If you wish to abandon our mission, I'll not stop you, but know that you will be judged a deserter. You would lose your place in the gods' quiver, and that you would be precisely what your superiors had intended. Look, Daedalo, you of all people must know that the true reason they chose you for this mission, they wanted you out of the way. Your skills had naught to do with it. And it isn't so different from me. I mean, I was a thorn in their side, demanding cooperation when they were loath to give it to me. They were pleased to be rid of me as well, yet naught would please them more than for us to come back empty-handed. That is why we must succeed. That is why we must find the Ballad of Oblivion. Most of the time, people are very nice about it and just say, hey, I'm sorry, I don't really know this dungeon, only done it once or something. And I feel like that's hugely key. Communication. I judge people if they don't even say hello in a dungeon. I'm always the first one to put the zero with the wave. And then everyone does it and you know, good people. Good people. If you don't wave in the dungeon, I think less of you. Sorry to say. But if you want to find the song so badly, you can bloody well find it yourself. I've had a gutful. You're no bard. I doubt you even understand what gives a song its power, yet here you are galvanating about searching for one. To you, the Ballad of Oblivion is just a means to curry favor with the brass hats. And that's an insult to honest and good bards like me and Bastion. Communication is everything. That's why before that last boss, I let the healer know, hey, I don't remember this one, even though it was level 50, probably easily burned. I wanted them to be aware. Oh, gods. What have I done? I didn't mean to be antagonizing. Though my pride won't let me tell this. I know that Daedalo is truly an exceptional bard. With his skills married to my unit composition, I had hoped that we might prove our detractors wrong. Alas, my words have failed to convey that intent. Given time, I believe that Daedalo will come around. I shall wait for him here. Meanwhile, I ask that you have some patience with us. And yes, Iron Jaws delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Additional effect is if the target is suffering from a venomous bite or wind bite, the effect timer is reset. See, that's huge, but I can't really do too much with it. All right, and he's got another quest. I will go and grab that. So I wouldn't know where to, like, I mean, I haven't used leg graze. Get rid of it. It's a level 6 spell. I mean, also, you know, I like quick knock. That's very useful. I should probably start getting used to using some other stuff, but into the ether you go. Or I could keep leg graze there. Too late. Throw that there. It's a lot easier to hit Control 8 than it is. Well, it's not that it's easier. Ah, just fuck it. Stop thinking things through. In order to undertake this quest, you must first complete the main scenario quest, Mountaintop Diplomacy. All right then. Cloud, was there anything that you had to run or wanted to run? Oh, back already, are we? Ah, you met the Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Look, idiot, listen to me. Oh, summon a primal, you say? 7 of hells, why don't I know the bugger about Nath religion? If I'm honest, beyond their trading habits, there never seemed much a point in asking. Nope, not really? Okay. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north, and west of here, outcasts from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. Need to step away for a few minutes, but I'm still good for whatever. Okay. That sounds promising. What exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrunch up in a day or two. But you're seeing as in your hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You find a good-sized jar of land trap nectar, basket of Kalium tree fruit, and always, a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit, leaving to the tail lower branches of these forest giants to present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar, with Master Alphinode's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it through the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you get everything together, we'll sit down at what we call the trading post. I'll mark the spot here for you on the map. You've been most kind, Master Mashpon. Well then, let's attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Alright. So, I don't think any of these are... It's an armory chest. It's in the armory chest. Armory sort. And then finally, I think I had that setting on. I'm gonna have to do something about my stuff eventually. No, character stuff. Items. Store all newly obtained items in the armory chest, because now that I have room. Apply. Good. Alright, we are ready to escape back on in. Alright, let's go. Am I going the right way? It is relatively close by. See, still confusing though. Like, how do I get over it? Like, is all of this I literally have to go the long way around? Like, literally, I've got to do that every time? Like, there's... Like, I'm looking at this. Like, I'm there. There's nothing there. That sucks. Hey, Miss Rainbow Sparkles! How are ya? God's sakes. Okay, just chilling in my room. How's Fortnite? I've seen you playing that a bit here and there every once in a while. Just turn your free time into streaming time. Ah, the Bandersnatch. Just get yourself a webcam and a headset or a microphone and just yell into the abyss like I do. Eventually, someone will listen. We've been talking about Dutch toilets all afternoon. Look forward to the pleasure of pooping on a Dutch toilet one day. It's now added to the bingo card, if you will. Worse is when you need to puke and poop at the same time. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I've only had that happen a few times in my life. And, relatively probably the most recent one, I was very thankful because my son was potty training, so like his thing was right there, so it was easy accessibly, you know. But yeah, there's because most people just settle for the garbage can, right? But what if the garbage can has, you know, crap in it that also is not helping out? I sit then try to use the tub. Yeah, I mean that, you know, some people's tubs are not right there, right? That's unfortunate. Thank you, Biscuits. I appreciate that. Or thank you, Sparkle. I appreciate that. You get a free slap. Is it called your biscuits? I was able to gather a godly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known to harvest it without Yisal's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? I do. It's called Nanka flesh, though, if you will. Splendid! I'll put this in with Esnin's fruit and assemble a suitably generous-looking hamper for the Nath. Anything here I want, or just money? Just the money again, please. Oh, what are we getting here from a Fang? Well, everything appears to be in order. I mean, assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I would think this would be suitably impressed. Well, how long should we wait? I mean, we should have sounded a signal or some such. Patience is key, my friend. Oh, calm yourself, Master Alphanode. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. These things look like the aliens from Independence Day, but less menacing because they have Link's clothes on. Oh. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled with air of such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, calamtree fruit, and Nanka flesh. What delectable foods you've brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters. Come by a hive if you would like to trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, indeed. Stifling, indeed. And horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Come, come. It's not far. Oh, we're being invited to their homes. So these are the people that are going to summon another primal, or is this a whole other deal? I think they went this way. I'm trying to figure if this is like, do we want to go around this way? It looks like it. Can you imagine going the other way and just figuring you went the wrong way? Oh, fucking terrible. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, and we are the Vath. We are the non-mint. We got a little bit of a story happening. Oh, sorry, I almost jumped on your head. Come gather around, children, it's halftime. We learn about a hero named Homer and a devil named Burns. We'll fight till we draw, then, hey, now play Classical Gas. Then I can't play that, obviously. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You've brought delicacies much sought after our people, and we are pleased. What would you have in return? Oh, honored elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us into your home and accepting our offerings. Our companions and I are in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's God. Knowledge alone. What strange hunters you are, but if those are the words that you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mint. And to speak our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god, the one mind summoned into our midst. The one mind? Those are the Nath who reside in the main colony? Yes, they are the one, connected. But let us begin our story at the beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak, fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. It was likely that the one fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Wolvermind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The one mind would call our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and even larger would grow our domain. As our god ever hungers, the price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for his war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Are any of these worth of having? Thank God he didn't have like a super long story to say. I call upon the power of a primal of the greater good, conscious all the while that I can do so at grave cost to the land. A reason that it's a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much, but you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. Well, to a scion of the Seventh Dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat. The distinction you draw seems questionable at best, but the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this prime will suffer to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. Well, how lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphinote, a being of whom we know not. And it has not occurred to you that he may be sending the warrior of light to his death? No, you have the right of it, isn't he? I mean, I would seem that I am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Bastion. Always the silent type. Wait, Bastion not need face this foe alone. Like him, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, and may do battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Do you truly imagine for a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. I mean, we know that the habitants of God resides, or how to challenge it, unless you mean to pray until it appears. Oh, Estendon makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath, learn how best to secure an audience with this deity, and at least I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly appears eager to prove his worth. Sure is. We are that. We are the non-mind. We do not hear the one mind's thoughts and can't predict their will. Well, you're useless then. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice and you'll soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, though. Oh, great. Put this idea in your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he will have your souls. Surely you are not as generous as that. Maybe not. You are generous hunters. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all Vath to enjoy. Maybe you could just bring us one more. We're fond of Nanka flesh. The meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. So now you want me to get more food. Oh my god, it never ends for these people. It never ends. I probably did not have to go that way. There's probably a back door. Or just, you know, we could just jump off the back. Yeet. These aetherites are going to be a pain in the ass to find. I can figure that out right now. Hassling these poor Nankas. Like, how dare we? Oh, and I realized that you only needed one. Sorry about murdering your friends. I didn't realize I just needed one of yous. These trees could get some leaves on them. Have they ever thought about speaking to Biff? There's a joke in there, folks. I'll let you find it out. All right. You got what you need, I hope. Another gift. Unexpected, but we'll have more of the words with these strange hunters listen for now. The senses of the one mind are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all sees. What feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. Okay. The Vath won't allude to certain concepts without explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of the Nath society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without the need word of gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive are the Vath, or the non-mind, and for reasons yet that escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects the Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and the nature of their own god. In summary, we wasted our time. Not so. I mean, perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with certain methods of approaching the primal, as sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in environments of the colony, the Nath will bring us in, probably before their deity, to make an offering of their souls. Our souls, to be specific. So, forgive me, but let's be clear, that's what you propose. You mean to say that we deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might be generously termed into their custody, and then wait until their god claims to claim your soul? That fairly well describes my plan, but you'll join me in this endeavor, will you not, Bastion? Do I have a choice? Judging by the great risks you took to preventing the summon of Saint Shiva, you're not a man to err on the side of caution. Would I we could fight at your side, warrior of light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I'll remain here with Master Alphanode. Then it's settled. You and I will challenge the guards at the entrance to the colony, and once the hive is roused, just working the turkey through. We will show a feigned brief show of resistance, and then allow them to take us prisoner. That's our master plan. That's the master plan. Sounds like a terrible plan. Oh, go fuck your hat. Really? Miss Biscuits, are you still here? Oh, you said you had to step away. As well as Cloud? I'm itching to do a dungeon run with my Dark Knight. I would need Biscuits to either go heals or deeps, the dips. Oh my god, a stuffed up nose is the worst. So how many rivers will Justin Timberlake be crying now? Oh, I might have to, Oh god. Buddies. Look at that. The Overmind must be now aware of our intrusion. Let's press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. Works for me. Like unlocking that bosom buddy thing. You guys gonna attack? Oh, for why don't you like realize like you're gonna attack me like, you know, a year ago? That I gotta fight every single one of you clowns. How did you get through here so easily? I'm starting to think of like, not that I don't mind being a bard, but I was talking about this before of like, I'm so severely, like not really severely over leveled, and eventually I'm sure it'll pop up, but this would probably be a good opportunity for me to probably either find another class, maybe start up with the Red Mage, because it's close to the level 52. I'd probably have to do some runs with some stuff to get up the same level, but then, you know, we're at the same level of something, and then we can hit back at the end, when it's sort of, relatively all be the same. I'm not, like, I mean, I'm not getting a lot of experience here. Not that that matters, it's not really a thing, but you know, I'm sure I should probably be getting like hundreds of experience points. Oh, didn't mind to attack you, bud. All done with the panties in a bunch here. Y'all done? Don't mind me just stumbling on through here. Like, how come that guy didn't attack me? How come that cultivator was not happy about the way things went there, but was like, ah, well, we'll get him. These rocks, Dwayne the Earth Sprite Johnson isn't attacking me. How about the foragers? Do you hate me as much? I'm just gonna walk right in ya. No? More beer. Well, that should be sufficient. I mean, if we did not have our host's full attention before, we surely have it now. Our audience with the Primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you've steeled your mind for the battle to come. I mean, the quest experience is still quite a bit. You know, you're not taking a hit on that. The Lord of the Hive. It looks like we have another fight upcoming. Another primal fight, maybe? Are we prepared? Tell me. Hold here, Bastion. When next Nath come, we offer no resistance. Oh, I ran the Dawn Trail benchmark. That was cool to see my I didn't really notice too much, nothing negative about my character. You know, I noticed like some nice slight touches to the lighting, which was nice. You know, the hair looked a little nicer, the little freckles that I have, but got a good score. Means I'm well on my way for it. Surrender, intruders. No escape. Throw your hands up. You got me. Take me to your leader. Or take me to your dealer. Remember those t-shirts back when you were in like high school? Little alien with the caption saying, "Take me to your dealer." Enough. We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your God. Oh, he lives in a nice house in a mountain. Or the Taz and Bugs Bunny shirt, yeah. I always remembered like band shirts were always big. I always remember seeing people like the Deftones shirts, the Nirvana shirt with the baby underwater, the Misfits. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their Lord, pray leave matters to me. If I know I'm summoning rituals hold true, I shall be pleased to act. The sound of the river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? Imagine the noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But are you prepared? Are you not? I do hope so. If I were to be dragged away for a sacrifice while you were haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. I was telling the young guys at work when we were talking about just life or whatever, and I was like they're all like early 20s, maybe mid 20s, and I was like, did you ever have like the Randy River jeans? And they were like, the what? And then I was like, the Randy River jeans, the jeans that were like 30 to 36, 40 inches on the bottom, wide enough that you could fit them in. I know that they're called something different in America. I think they're called the Jinko jeans or the JNCO jeans. They would be the same thing. God, I think like I don't think you were cool and hip it. But yeah, those were some great jeans, right? Like you get like I think they were like 2 pairs of jeans for like $50 or $40. Pockets were huge. You could store your entire fucking life in them. Attach a chain wallet for added success. But everyone was wearing them, right? So it didn't matter.
Now we have but to wait.
And the bigger the bottom was the more clout one would have. Yeah. As wide as your waist. And then I remember...
Oh, Lord Ravana, master of the sea.
Like another thing that was overly stupid. Like you especially think of like, especially in a day like today's heat. Do you remember, like, I know I did this, like wearing 2 t-shirts. So like, normally, well yeah, you had the button-up shirts. I was a 2 t-shirt guy, so I would always have like an underneath white shirt. And then the another t-shirt, so that you would have like just the bottom of the white sleeve stick out to give the appearance. Because remember, after that, then they would start to make shirts that looked like they had the 2 like they were wearing 2 shirts, right? So like they would have like the little trim or whatever. Then you're like, oh, thank God, I don't have to wear 2 shirts. I feel like I didn't dress like the way I do now until probably like my senior year of school. Like that was sort of like, all right. I don't know if Randy River at that point was closing and that fad was gone, but I remember spending a ridiculous amount of my money on a pair of diesel jeans. Quite frankly, an embarrassing amount of money. Now that I remember it. Going to Guess and all that shit. Fashion! And buying a diesel bag. I remember my powder blue diesel bag. Like the one strap thing over. That was like many a paychecks at Kentucky Fried Chicken at the time. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the store. Oh, I'm trying to remember because Lime Ridge didn't have. I'm trying to remember where I had to go to buy. I think it was called City Rags. Now, mind you, like, I haven't bought a pair of diesel stuff for anything. I mean, I have my money to spend better on than going and buying a $300 pair of jeans. But, yeah, you'd say fun paychecks. Those were cool. And, oh, yeah, like we were mall rats, right? But, you had really nothing to pay for back then, right? Like, I would always think of, like, I think, I would usually buy a game a month, and then the other one, we'd go out fucking, just be stupid money, right?
Pray grant unto your devoted children the gift of your divine...
I guess there is no more mall rats anymore, right? It's not like really a thing kids do. They stay at home and play Fortnite. Although, judging by what I hear about the malls recently, I mean, I don't know if I would want to be hanging out at a mall when you hear about, like, you know, people are bringing guns and knives and everything like that. And there's no arcade, right? Like, I mean, that was easy for you and I. Like, easy Thursday, Fridays. You know, usually it would be a Friday night. We'd go and take your $10, go and get a $10 worth of quarters. That was your evening, right? We would go right from school to the mall, get 10 or 20 bucks at quarters, go to the arcade, and we were there until the end of the, you know, until the mall closed, right? And, you know, and then, like you said, like, then there's no reason, like, nowadays, like, the mall, I mean, you know, you actually go to shop there, but it's not like a hangout spot, whereas before it was absolutely a hangout spot. Now it's a hangout spot for the seniors. Yeah, Point Blank for 25 cents. Marvel, was it Marvel versus Capcom for a quarter? Remember, that was a quarter as well. It's weird to talk about Marvel superheroes, thank you. Yes. We really weren't in an era of where, like, games were like $1. Like, I want to say, like, even when, like, something like Dance Dance Revolution came, or Time Crisis, Initial D, like, probably, like, 50 cents to maybe 75. Like, not too many things were really... Like, 50 cents was probably the median for everything. Yeah, Rival Schools was another good one, yeah. For sure. I remember every once in a while, maybe, what was it? Bust-A-Move? The bubble game? That was a quarter. Fuck. Wow, we're making ourselves sound old. I mean, like, those arcades, do they even exist? Yeah, $1 for DDR, but that got you, like, what, 3 songs? $1 for Daytona, USA. That would get you 8 laps. Who the hell is this? Yeah, like a Dave & Buster's type of thing, right? Like, they're not even money. Like,
Strength to the colony.
they're all cards.
And I shall listen.
Oh, glorious general, we have captured intruders.
Ravana?
Unto you, an offering of...
Is Ravana a, like a legit primal that I am unaware of?
These feeble fleshlings dared to invade Natlands.
Guess you'll see. I guess I will.
Hear me, Lord Ravana. My companion and I did not come to contest your children's territory.
It's just that, like, every other primal we have run into, like, I mean, me being a Final Fantasy fan, like, at least they're like, oh, Ifrit, Shiva, Garuda, Titan, you know, like, you see them, you've summoned them in older games. Ravana, I'm having a hard time remembering. Concussions, maybe, but...
We wished only to learn the reason you wage war against the dragons.
Biscuits, did you run the benchmark for Dawn Trail? What was your score? What was your achievable score you got at the end, if you did, if you can remember?
My curiosity. Wherefore should the glorious conquests of the Nath concern thee so, Elizem?
Yeah, the ticket games, like, I mean, already, you know, for the place like that's like in Niagara Falls. My little guy loves going there. And, you know, it's cool to see him have fun, and, you know, the wife and I, you know, go and play a few of the games there, but, you know, he likes playing all the stuff. But, you know, like, everything there is probably $1, 50 cents to $1. There's nothing cheap there. And then, of course, like, you know, so then you get the tickets, you trade them in. You know, he gets, like, a couple of things, like, you know, gotta remember, those tickets are getting you prizes that are pennies on the dollar, right? But, here, get a pencil. Here, get, something like that. To someone like my son, he loves that type of stuff. I appreciate it that, like, my son appreciates some value to things. He understands, like, I'm ever so happy that he is happier than a pig in shit with a new Hot Wheel. Like $2, $3. He's happier than a clam. Like, it's not that it has to be. I mean, that's all in the upbringing, right? Like I do hear, like, a friend of mine at work, like, he's got a couple of daughters, and, like, just hearing about, like, the Barbie stuff, right? Like, it's like, oh geez, like, that can get super expensive, or, I'm sure my son will get to the action figure stage eventually, but right now he's cars. Like, he's just like, I think I had to buy him an expensive Hot Wheel because he's into a Mario stage right now. So he's got Mario. He's got a Mario kart, a Bowser kart, a Yoshi kart, and then he saw a Koopa kart, and so he wanted that. And that was $8 at Toys R Us, but it was okay. Like, again, $8, and he's happy. He still plays with it. He looks forward to coming home and going, where's my Koopa car, right? Like, and he's just playing around with them. He's got a bajillion, sets that we've gotten for him, for his birthday and for Christmas and all that stuff. Barbies were my thing growing up. Then I got into sports as I got older. But, sports can be expensive too, right? I mean, we haven't put the little guy into anything because he hasn't shown an interest. And I don't want to just shove my little guy into a sport that he's not going to care about or want to do anything about. But hockey for a 4-year-old. I looked at it last year for him. I think it was $700. $700 fucking dollars. Now, mind you, like, they teach you to skate. He doesn't know how to skate. We've taken him out twice, and he was not interested. But I just sit there and I picture that of, like, I came back from a swimming lesson with him. He loves swimming. I want him to learn how to swim. We were at I think I've talked about this. Like, we were there, and so there was another set of parents who had two sons that were there. I guess the one kid had an incident where, like, I think he sort of went under and panicked or whatever. Like, he was fine. The lifeguards were right there. But that was, like, the first or second week of, like, the 8-week course. So this kid kept coming, and he wouldn't go in the water. Fair enough. These kids are, like, 3 and 4 and 5 years old. Like, you have an experience like that, you probably don't want to go in the water again. But the parents kept bitching to the lifeguard, who's a fucking teenager. Like, last week there was someone specific for my son. Like, there's a lifeguard for 5 kids, and he basically has to keep an eye on all 5 kids, and a big part of that swimming lesson is listening. The poor kid who went under the water was not listening. Luckily, the lifeguard spotted it immediately and jumped to it, and it wasn't a deal or anything. But so, like, now they got stuck in their head of, like, oh, they're paying money now for, like, well, can't we have another lifeguard? And, like, that's not how it works. Like, there's barely enough for everyone running around going on. And it was just like every week it was the same thing. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, why on earth after the second week when you brought that kid back and he had no interest in going back in the pool, why would you keep trying to bring him back? Why? Because obviously I assume they probably tried to get a refund and the city laughed at them. It's like, just because your kid doesn't want to go in the water isn't our problem, right? That's where, if my son was like that, I would, like, okay, I guess I got to make the decision of, like, maybe private lessons. It's going to be a little bit more out of pocket, but you're going to get that one-on-one, and he's going to fucking figure it out, right? Like, that's what happens. But, you can't. Yeah, like as someone who's played baseball up to, you know, I still play softball, but I mean, I stopped playing, you know, legitimate competitive, you know, a few years ago. But I mean, I played at a fairly high level caliber of baseball. I mean, I always say like I played junior level baseball. Like that's the same equivalent as junior hockey, where I wasn't paying to play baseball. I wasn't being paid to play baseball, but I also didn't have to pay. I was that good for at least a year of my time. I was playing with people who were drafted in major leagues and playing in college. I was never quite that good, but I mean, you know, I put a little pat on my Barry Horowitz pat on my back that I feel like I did well. But yeah, like baseball was my last year of competitive baseball. Like was about $400 to $500, and the problem is like what you get to is like I remember hockey being expensive. Hockey's always been expensive, but it's the insurance costs and obviously like the ice costs. Baseball, you know, the field isn't as expensive, but the insurance costs are still a lot of money. If you get hurt, you know that you know for no reason outside of you know like you trip and fall and break your leg, some type of thing. Like you know, there's got to be you know assurances there.
Mayhap thine own kind struggle against the worms fareth poorly, and
Why did your mom take you out of swimming lessons? I mean, you know how to swim. I mean, you obviously went back. I mean, God, I can remember some fucking fun times. Like, oh, what was his name? Like high school, like end of elementary school, it feels like. Skip? Is that the name? We went swimming. That was like I'm just like thinking about that out loud right now. What a weird, like, that was like a summer where like, I knew you were friends with him for a long time. And like, I feel like I just was like the third wheel tagged along type of thing. But like, man, making friends with kids who have pools, fucking fantastic. Wonder what that guy's up to nowadays. Okay. Yeah. So, as Miss Biscuit said, I didn't ignore you.
Only peace. We would bring an end to our war.
This primal was specifically added for this game.
In this conflict with your children.
Did you hit your caps lock by accident, or did you say that specifically like that in caps? And those were fun days too, right? I mean, like you know, then we went to you know we were very lucky enough to have the same set of friends for a long time, right? That was great, you know, especially that one. I mean, Skip was really close, Andrew was really close, like really easy to get to, right, from where we lived, right? Like 2-minute walk. It's fantastic. You guys would play Magic, or we'd play poker, and you know, you go for a swim in the morning and afternoon when it was hot out, and then in the evening we'd go out, we'd get something to eat, we'd go get some drinks, and we'd play poker in the night. Like that was a weekend. That was awesome. Yeah.
Never before have the Nath risen up in such numbers, and never yet with you at their head. Why do you lead them to war?
Thy question hath no meaning. To live is but to fight.
Yeah, that's where, because that's only open in the summer because it's outdoor. But the new recreation center that they have, that's the one that my son likes to go to, near where my parents live. But it's hard to explain if you don't have kids. So these swim programs, like to get your children into to learn how to swim. My wife tells me, Mrs. P tells me every time, like she's got to be at the computer at like 7:59. Like she's keeping up with like swim signups are happening. You have to be at your computer because at 8 o'clock, it's like buying tickets to a Taylor Swift concert. If you miss that window, you don't fucking get in. And then that's when we ended up going to the pool that we didn't want to, which doesn't have a shallow end. So it sucks for someone like my son's age because he can't touch the bottom. So like they got to keep him in this weird area. And I was like, we're not going back to that pool again. I'm not dealing with it. Like our son was okay, but it's terrible that you're paying this price for literally them to sit in the area where the stairs are. That is literally it. I was like, okay. At least in the other pool, at the new one that they built at the recreation center, there's 2 shallow pools where they can go wherever they want. There's no worry about them, you know, slipping off of a stair and getting their head put under.
Long
Yeah, I feel like
children waited,
it wasn't until,
the shadow of thy ceaseless
I want to say at least high school. I feel like maybe your first year of high school, like grade 9, you still went to the trailer. And then after that, you were like, yeah, I'm not going to the trailer anymore. Or I don't know if your parents got rid of it or whatnot, but like, it was like, you know, every year in elementary school, like you'd be like, oh, I'm going to the trailer. And you were like gone for like the entire summer. I never understood, like, how did your, like, I mean, I sort of get it now. Because I mean, I worked where your dad worked. And you know, it never occurred to me back then, but I just assumed that your dad just always took the summers off. And because he was probably there for a long time at that point, he was probably at the top of being able to choose vacation time, which would always get him the summers off.
The North would see the Dravanians slain and their territory secured. And by such fervent prayers am I now given form and purpose.
Oh, so did your parents come back home? And then you just stayed with your grandparents? Why am I just finding this out now? I mean, obviously, I assume your parents would go up when they could, but I was always under the impression that they were also there the entire summer. Where was your trailer? I never knew.
As I feared,
Peterborough.
your
Okay.
very existence
too
is an
far.
obstacle to our goal.
Was it just like on a river or a lake or something? Lakefield? Never heard of it.
Challenge you, Lord of the Nath. And should we emerge the victors, I would have you swear to withdraw your soldiers from Dravanian
Was it like a
soil.
legitimate, like, RV? Or was it like one of those, like, park homes, I think they called them? Like, obviously, I assume, like, it never moved, because I always remember, like, your parents just drove a van. I can't remember if they... I don't ever remember seeing them ever tow an RV. But I know a lot of people buy those and just park them and then leave them and don't do anything with them. Except for, you know, use them as vacation points. But, I would say, like, when I was in Florida, like, my in-laws, like, they're in a park like that. But they don't, like, they don't have an RV. They have one of those park homes, which is like, it's like 3 trailers, like, made into a home, which, you know, it's actually pretty nice. But there are RVs parked there as well.
Thou art bold indeed to risk thy fleshy hide so readily.
This guy looks like Ultima Weapon a little bit.
Ravana, fourfold master of the blade, to accept thy challenge. But should I emerge the victor, I would have thee swear
Oh,
to
nice, at
serve
least.
thine army till thy last breath is spent. Do you accept?
Sure, step forward, say hello. He has many arms of Vishnu.
I do. And I believe the first bout is mine.
I assume this has got to roll into a duty, right? Uh-oh, is she summoning Shiva? Are they gonna have a primal fight? bath are gonna think she's a god. The only thing with my my in-laws place where they are in Florida, like they're central enough to enough things that like you're not far enough away, you know, but I wish they were a little bit closer to something like in Orlando. Unfortunately, they're like an hour and a half drive away from that, so like it's nicely secluded away from the touristy area, but like, you know, essentially you just have to be accepted of the fact of like, I'm just here to relax, which you know, into each his own. But you know, it depends on what you're after, type of thing. The last time I went, I couldn't do much because I couldn't go in the water, and it was a family-owned park. So when it changed owners, all my friends and their families sold off. So I got to take my PS2 and beat Final Fantasy X. Wait, why couldn't you go in the water?
Is aught amiss, my lord? Thou wilt not break thy word, I trust.
You know, that outfit is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Thy oath is unbending as steel, little goddess. Thy rules will but add to mine enjoyment.
Oh, that was probably like, boy, you went there that late? I was gonna say, that was like probably pretty early on when we were first dating. Centuries ago. Nice to see you, pal. That's gonna tickle a pickle.
I thought myself stronger. Mayhap with more crystals?
Ah, 'tis but a flesh wound.
Be thou god or maid, thou art nothing to me. And what of thee, mortal? Art thou warrior or...
I mean, hi, I'm the Warrior of Light. I have bested many of you and your kind. So I might have to do it with some friends. I have a nice hat on, though. Oh, do I have to solo you?
A warrior, then? Good! May
This guy reminds me of Bane.
sport than thy feeble companion.
Who do I listen before I put on the mask? Here, come into my domain and go and do a duty finder. Then you can fight me. Thok Ask Thok. Now accessible. Let's go! Alright, let me go pee before we go up and do it. I would like go and do it, but then I'd be afraid that it would pop when I'm going to taking a hot piss. So, I'll be right back. Oh, fuck's sakes, I did it again. I just asked Cloud what the weather was like and asked him if it was hot down the mountain. Talked in the fucking ether for fucking 2 minutes before realizing again that I was muted. Well, let's go! Do I have to, yeah. The thought... Is this the TikTok thought cock hard? Right? Are we ready? One of our party members does not meet the requirements of this duty. Which one of you does not meet the duty? Cloud, am I ahead of you in story mode? Rowing upstream. Did I miss something? Are you fishing? She is fishing. She is fishing. She is fishing. It says you're a fishing! I am guessing that was the problem. Let's find out. Also, I don't want to have the other one up. What the fuck is going on? There we go. Look, biscuits, I'm not here to argue. It said someone wasn't available. You were fishing. It had the fishing icon. You were fishing. You are a fisherman, fisherwoman. You are a fisher. You were a fisherer. And the game could not decide. Oh, this is an 8-man. It literally does that every time. Okay. And after this, I will wrap it up. I will have to go and pick up the little guy. So this is good. A good little thing to end this on. Hopefully, is there anything I need to know about this? Is this overly a difficult, hard thing to do? It said I was fishing even though I was gunbreaker. Nobody believes you. Okay, don't stand in AOEs. You're an AOE. Yes, Cold Steel 4 tomorrow, I believe. Yes. For the dungeon runs of, you know, all of the bosses are finally going to be happening tomorrow. What if I like to stand in the AoEs? We shall sit and wait. So this guy is his Dutch toilet or Japanese bidet back here? Is that where he went off running? Had to have been. Ah, she's fine. I think that's so funny that he kneels like a cat when we go to sit, and then it's like, oh, is this a long-term sit? Because then I'll kneel. Oh, if you like penis coladas. All right, I'm gonna throw up my my cans, my antique cans. What? Yeah. See that? Could have kicked some ass. Get him murdered. See, that was karate. Kung Fu, maybe. Ain't ready for that. No one's ready for that. Guy I work with used to do karate. Like, relatively, like, competitively. Then I asked him why he wasn't in the UFC. And he didn't have an answer for that. But he did have his jaw broken. And he said that sucked. Because he had to drink his meals for like 12 weeks. That sounds terrible. Two prawns aren't considered a galaxy. Who is Gary Coleman talking to? Is Gary Coleman still alive? Is Gary Coleman Webster? Or are they two different people? Okay. Who was the other small... I don't want to say midget or dwarf. Emmanuel Lewis. Thank you. I was going to say, like, they must have had, like, I'm sure there's a technical name for it, obviously. It's like they looked like children, right? Somewhat. Oh, Emmanuel Lewis, he was Webster. Gary Coleman was what you taught. Ah, that's right. Gary Coleman was the one that was running around like pretending he was a cop later on in life, right? There'd be like TMZ videos of Gary Coleman like trying to arrest people in downtown LA. Oh, fuck. Longest wait. Oh, for fuck's sake. Timing! Canadian style. See, if you don't do this thing in the party chat, like already 5 people are A-okay. If you don't say a greeting, I think less of you already off the hop. I don't care if you just did for business, okay? I'll accept time to kill a big bug. I get that too. That's a hello. Okay? Looks like there's one lazy person here who's down to business. That's a lot of fire. Are we sure we're not fighting Ifrit? I think he just needs a hug. That's all he needs, is just a hug. To actually use my move, Iron Jaws, for once. Ow! Why did he pick on me? Why did he lean on me when you're not strong? I'll be your friend. How come Iron Jaws did not work there? We must be synced. That guy was like rolling around and shit. Stand here. Ah! So you want to stand in that, eh? You're telling me at like level 90, like I'm not given time to get ready for that type of stuff? Game is just like, no, good fucking luck. We're not gonna give you the time of day for that type of stuff. Oh god, do I want to? Ow! Sorry, Brosy. I don't know if I'm supposed to stack on that thing or what. Get out of here, you silly, silly butterflies. Out of here, Moon Ghana. Spirit Ghana. Nobody likes you. The song of my people, please. For me, oh my god, he almost touched my penis. I can show you the world. Loading on our magic. Let's go, so Jasmine Agrabah with talking Harry. Right in the testicles. Those brusticles when you need them. Is this guy singing Du Hast? Du Hast. Du Hast me. Oh my god. Do we want to cross the boots? The sun is overhead. I don't know the words to this song. Du Hast. Du Hast. Oh god, what does this mean? Oh my god, there's a big thing on me. What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh my god. Get into the hordes. Desperado, we have murdered you. Why is everyone so slow to using the limit break? Like, that was like perfect timing, I think, on my end. But like, no one was deciding to use it? Leaving it to me, sing a song of our people? Kept saying interrupted, because you were moving. Player recommendation to Brosy Wales. There you go. Thank you for the run, Rowan Downstream and Shane Neffel. Appreciate it. That was good. Stay away from AoEs. Now we've pissed off the locals. Now will they think, are we a god? And also, is Lady Iceheart okay? She did take a sword to the nipple. Ah, she's walking. She's
Do
fine.
not disappoint, warrior of light. Would that I had your skill in battle. I do begin to see why so many place their faith in you.
Her skin has never seen the sun, ever.
For all his savagery, I do not think Ravana one to break his word. Provided the dragons do not trespass upon Nath lands, they should have little to fear of the Primal's biting blades. We have done well, have we not? Come, let us return to Vidofnir and share these glad tidings.
What is it, Christmas? Come now, hear our angels sing. Oh, who's watching? Oh, always the people in the black robes.
Once more you achieve the impossible, bringer of light. But with every mortal heart that succumbs to fear and fury, another voice is joined to the chorus,
English.
beseeching divine succor. At their bidding, warring gods will shake the firmament, and your world will be consumed in the swelling storm of chaos.
Take it easy, Phantom of the Opera. If you have time, I just close out the question before you leave for the day. Should be as simple as talking to your dragon friend. Okay. I do have a little bit of time to be able to finish that, yes. Ever since we first fought, have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power. Never far from afar till this day. You are a marvel to behold, Bastion. Well, it's time we rejoined our companions. They will be eager to hear the tale and to continue our journey. Maybe it's just me, but are people on the novice chat a bunch of weirdos? Like, I never really get to understand of, like, they're never really talking about anything that really, like, I've asked a few questions on there. They absolutely are helpful. What the fuck is that thing? But, like, the shit that they just talk about on an everyday normal time, like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, shouldn't they just be, like, shouldn't this just be, yes, I would love a ride. Oh, I thought that was you. Oh, God. Oh, God. Love a ride. Look at that red mage, that Purdy Clark. Oh, riding in style. I will sit in the back there, Jeeves. Thank you. Let's go. Don't be expecting a tip here, okay? Keep it less bumpy? Is that a possibility? I'm sitting here looking at what they're bitching about in the novice chat. And they're basically saying a competent group does not need a healer. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's not, like, that's fine. I get your take on that, like, saying of, like, oh, like, if everyone knows what they're doing, no one probably needs to be healed. But is that what you want to be explaining to people who come on in here, like, and seeing this for chat? Like, oh, this is the Novice Network. This is supposed to be helpful chat. Like, that's not what I would like to see in here. I fucking digress. I'm honestly this close. I'm honestly this close to doing it because it's just so fucking annoying. Like, people treat it. It's the same as in World of Warcraft. It's turned into Baron's Chat. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term Baron's Chat. Baron's Chat. Barons was a zone that was around the starting area that was near the big city of the Horde. And everyone would just go in there and just treat it as if it was a normal chat, when it's not. It was not meant for trade. It was not meant for general chit-chat. It was just meant for a location chat. And everyone just fucking went in there and fucking spoiled shit. I don't pay attention to it at all, really. So it's, you know, I'm not really like looking at there. I only have it on just as like as background. I only pay attention to it when I generally have a question and see if people are helpful. I've seen a video of Asmongold about the clubs in the RPing underbelly. Yeah, I'm not that guy's biggest fan either. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Vath never mentioned his name. And you're quite certain he will keep his word? Oh, there's honor beneath this savagery. But that we survived the encounter was all a miracle I must attribute to Bastion. Never did I doubt you, warrior of light, unlike some. For gone so long, the Master Alphnode here nigh lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid with her sweetheart he was. I honestly had no idea where it's located, the housing system and stuff. Like, in this game, you never knew where the housing stuff was? It's like literally one of the first quests you can do is they send you to, one of the housing wards to show you what it looks like. I think the one in Gridania is called the Lavender Beds. I don't know what the other ones are called, but, not truly unnecessary, but certainly true. Ahem. Well, what matters is that the primal is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vinafnir without delay. Lest you forget that this means to be secure an audience with the worm, Asvalga. Needhog's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. The goblet is Ulda, where Wolf and I's houses are. And what's the name of the one that's in Limsa Lominsa? If I can remember. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphnode is still but a boy. Limsa's is the mist. Mount Steed has gone up. Shall we begin our way to Annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten about our bargain. No, I'll not forgot about. Alright, let us just teleport there. Or not. Can I hitch a ride on your outfit again? Can I sit beside you on this? I love how you're standing like, really? You're asking me for a ride after all that? Oh my god. I don't even get the seat in the sidecar. I don't get to replace a chocobo. I gotta sit back there. Oy vey. I mean, I'm not one to hold. We are going to, right here. By Annex Time. Annex Shrine, sorry. Thank you. Southwest. Like the airline. Watch out for that mountain. Chocobo guy there. Right there's our dragon friend. Call her a day. Thank you very much, Biscuits. I have returned. In his overconfidence, the Primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. But Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain, then. How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But, the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. It's hard because I have to navigate via your stream, and there's a short delay, obviously, because none of the stuff is around for me anymore. Yes, fair enough. Attend me, mortals. Hear you into the deepest reaches of Morn, and there shall find Halo, the altar from which you begin. Oh, so you don't even probably see the dragon, would be my guess, right? There's probably, like, nobody there. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to succeed. We shall not disappoint you, by Doffman. Memory serves, the cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begun the climb. Do you want me, should I be meeting up with him in there? And then that should be the end of this little chit chat. There's just a chocobo keep thing here. I honestly might just New Game Plus this and catch up where you are so I can just see everything. And then you will pass by me. And then, you know. And then you're going to want to start a New Game Plus again. What do you get out of that? Like, you don't really get anything out of it, right? Like, it's just, you just get to do the story again. Just for fun. It's not even Gil, right? Obviously, you don't get experience. You don't get any drops, I assume, that you've already received. Am I even going in the right fucking area? God damn it. There's another dungeon? Oh, God. I wouldn't think... Well, no, I think I still have to go up this way. I think I need to go out this doorway here or something. Going the right way. I feel like I'm not, because I went up the top of this already. These kids, can you get me over here by this dungeon? Because I feel like I have to go back down below. And I don't think I went the right way. And I don't feel like going all the way down again. Help me! Oh. Fancy. Is that a fucking whale? That's an 8-person mount? What am I, in the whale? Okay, I need to go to the dungeon that's up here. Whatever dungeon is right there. The Halo. Som Al Foothills. Take me there, please. Oh, I fucking missed all this. Jesus Christ. You have to go all this way? Oh my God. Can you make some soothing whale noises for me, please? gotta be one of those tough things, because this game has a ceiling for your mount, so I don't know if you can go that high. I guess we'll find out. I'm assuming you just hit that cap. I have to remember how to get there. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. I mean, it's so weird. Like, you look at the map, and you're like, well, clearly, like, you should be able to walk there, but it's all fucking mountain. Like, obviously, there must be a way inside the mountain. Just gotta find where it is. Like, I would assume it, like, when I was going up that mountain pass, like, I missed something right here. Obviously, of going underneath and just walking. I don't know if it leads that way or if you got to go up this way. Like, it shouldn't be this confusing, right? It's okay if we can't get there. What a lovely area for me to get to. All I can tell you, like, it wasn't the mountain. I don't think, like, there's got to be either a, there's got to be, like, an area underneath the mountain that we can go to. Like, maybe, yeah, there it is. Yes. So there you get through all the way through there. This is terrible. Hated this place then, still hate it now. Really not well laid out, yeah. There it is. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. There's another way to get there. You didn't go through the other way. There's another way? It certainly doesn't look like there's one. Where were you speaking up with the other way to get in? That might be what he's talking about. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Som Al Summit for thee. Oh, see, he just says it right there. He's going to open up the summit so that we can walk all the way up there, yeah. It did not matter, no. I got there in a whale. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh of 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Were you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, for 'tis certain they shall take great offense at your intrusion. That's why this place is such ass. If Vidofnir would have just done that to begin with, it would have been fine. Well, we are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofner. But no, gotta go exploring and find the right mountain, butthole. Hey, just lubricate that butthole and you'll be fine. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check. Let us breed further despair. Estinine? The way is open. Let's not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiamat herself is sent to guard this peak. I don't fear Nidhogg's consort, and any dragoon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that you have come to parley of peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. It is for the sake I go now to speak with Heavensward. I said nothing of Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to get rid of people of one of my deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as the Azure Dragoon. You were reborn beyond redemption. Some folks don't like Sawmal. I think it's nice. Getting there was terrible, but it's not, it looks okay. We'll accomplish nothing by bickering. If we are to meet with Heavensward, our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Looks like we have come to a disagreement here. We are going to agree to disagree. Unfortunately, I have run out of time. I would have loved to have run another dungeon. But, alas, my friends, it's time for me to bounce out. We gotta leave. I gotta go pick up a small human. And, I have run up, like, literally to my limit. Like, I gotta go in, like, 5 minutes. So, I thank you all for coming on in. It was a pleasure with all the help and everything, and I got a new outfit. Oh, you stepped on my penis! And, Peanuts will be stepped on again. So, tomorrow, Cold Steel, Friday, Baldur's Gate 3. So far, it's looking good for both those streams. So, as always, as Kenny Omega says, it's time for me to bounce out and say goodbye and good night. Ayayaya! Peace! We're out. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye!